Disc County has officially released its free 1.1 update called Deep Pockets, and boy, is it a pretty decent update for the game, especially so soon after release. Hey everyone, it's Skippy. As none of you know, I've had quite a bit of fun playing through the entire campaign of Disc County, which I have neglected to post about at all. But I did finish the game in about 15 hours, and I really enjoyed the content that it offered. The story kept me engaged with all of its unique quirks and characters, and running and building the grocery store was so much fun. I also love the style, the music is stellar, and the little tiny animations are really nice too. Also, I just adore the dialogue in this game. It has not failed to entertain me yet so far. Now, if you don't know what Disc County is, let me summarize it for you. You move to a small town named Blomkest to live with your aunt in the backyard trailer, and she forces you to take over the new grocery store that she's opening named Disc County. She's had experience running a grocery store before, and this is her second endeavor. You start off small, and slowly expand as you forge new trade deals with local businesses, gaining new items to sell, and eventually you make your shop bigger, which causes a major stir within the community, who are very upset that you're ruining their town with new upgrades and all of the mysterious problems that have started to happen slowly since you arrived. On many wild goose chases, you're tasked to find out the truth of who is responsible for these issues and to clear your name so you may continue your legacy as you grow your grocery store to unimaginable heights and fortune. Gameplay is fairly simple. Wake up, do some morning routine stuff like running around to your trade deal people, complete tasks for main and side quests, and then head to the shop by 9 AM where you'll run the store until 5. Time in the store goes by faster than it does outside of it, so with the busy customers and running around trying to restock things and cleaning up spill spots and checking them out, the majority of your day in-game is spent working the front counter. And if you've ever worked retail in real life, let me tell you from personal experience, this is much better. And then at the end of the day, you've got all of the evening and nighttime until midnight to run around and continue with more quests and restocking your store for the next day. I will say I never found a boring moment in this game through my entire time playing it. So okay, that's pretty much Disc County for you, which has a lot of great side content and wonderful characterizations of the town members. I honestly love pretty much all of them and all of their unique personalities, except you, Elmer. You just make me mad. If you know, you know. Anyway, most players had a lot of fun in the game, with the biggest fault at release being little to no endgame content. But luckily, the developers at Crinkle Cut Games are not leaving us in this state, and they've promised some pretty substantial updates to expand the already lovely little store sim. So let's dive into the primary points for this update with the post from Steam and some of my experience playing about an hour of the update so far. Deep Pockets features the ability to dig a basement, expanding your storage space for Disc County, and honestly, as I was playing near the end, I was kind of starting to run out of space, so I'm pretty happy that they did this. The update incorporates new quests regarding the basement, which you can apparently start early on in Chapter 2. You can paint the exterior of Disc County as well with items from Solruna, which I think is a really nice aesthetic update. There are new shop upgrades such as new items to purchase in the Disc County reward shop, which will help boost your profits and make your overall job easier. There's plenty of quality of life updates, including being able to switch between the cash register and the scanner, which is honestly something I'm really excited about because even though it's much easier to use the scanner, I was sort of sad that I lost the ability to ring things up by hand, even though I literally hate math. And by the way, once your store gets more advanced, the customers have much more intricate orders, and I could not keep up to speed with all of the new items I had gotten after the scanner was added to the store, so I switched back to the scanner after like one customer because I was like, I cannot do this, this is too much. There's also improved performance and better employee behavior. Now, with the sneak peek we saw, you can clearly see that there are some nefarious things going on down in the basement, especially with our evil shadowed friend looming in the background. So I'm pretty excited to see what we can learn more about this mysterious person in the questline and the future updates. With the Level Up Your Shop section of the post on Steam, it explains that besides the extra items in the reward shop, you can also upgrade your sponge, which lets you use it 3 or even 4 times. Honestly, this is really nice because I did not like being able to only use it on 2 dirt spots at a time, or for having to throw it back into the bucket. This part of the update is giving me mad Viscera cleanup detail vibes. And apparently the mop bucket no longer has a penalty for having it on the sales floor. I legit thought you couldn't even put it out there to begin with, so that's 2 bonuses for me now. You can purchase new shoes and gloves for Chester, which they both have a starter rank and then a second rank afterward, and that increases his speed and stalking efficiency, which is pretty cool. Always liked that kid anyway, but this will make him perfect. Though, I do feel bad for him because he works nearly like 20 hours a day, so maybe the devs could give him a break sometime. And then of course, you can use your reward points to get discounts from Delivery Guy for your orders, which is a huge bonus to endgame content because you'll save even more money. A new coat of paint also comes with a small questline with Solruna that you can activate after you see her 3rd friendship event, which definitely adds some more intriguing information about her, and she's already a very interesting character. I'm not sure which one is the 3rd friendship event, but I can't imagine that it takes too long. Unless it's the one you have in the forest, then it might take you a while. And of course we have some quality of life upgrades and bug fixes. You can swap between the cash register and scanner, general performance optimizations, and even though I play on PC, I did have a few stuttering problems every once in a while. Improved employee behavior, which I'm assuming just makes him a little bit better at stalking the things that need to be stalked at that moment. Better scanner tutorial, which is honestly really important because I could not figure that out. It took me a good second on my first few attempts to understand how that worked, which is kind of funny because it's a really simple concept. Customers queue based on proximity to the register instead of when they finish their list, which I think is really good because I disliked having to wait for Miss Anderson to finish her shopping before the others could check out every single morning. There are opening hour signs on shops and trade deal vendors, which helps provide more transparency because there wasn't a great way to tell if they were ready to sell or not. And they added more character customization options. I've also noticed there's a couple of nods toward future updates coming to the game when I went to talk to Ted, and he mentioned he'd been at a convention or something and they had shelves that could switch between cooling and room temperature, meaning you can put cold stuff in it or shelf stable items. And when my character said that was great and asked if I could get them, he was like, no, not for a long time. It uses a generator. So that really tells me they're gonna add that to the game. And that you'll probably have to upgrade your store to add a generator, or you'll have to get a generator within so many blocks of those items, so that'll be interesting to see how that works. With all that being said, I think this is a great first major update for Disc County, and I really cannot wait to see more. I'm hopeful in the future they'll add more content, more cutscenes, and flesh out some of the smaller parts of the story that were left to wonder at the end. What is all about the mines? What about the abandoned building in the woods below the factory? The old broken down house near the farms? And is it ever going to be possible to get Tammy to move the fence? I think there's plenty of space to add new things, extra mini games, and more characters. I don't think they'd ever add romance options, but that would also be really cool too, even if it's just a dating mechanic. I hope we get the opportunity to upgrade our trailer or move into a house as well, because that would be really awesome. And in fact, my character actually did mention it at the endgame, so that might be another hint towards something more permanent. What do you guys think? Have you enjoyed playing Disc County if you've tried it? What are your thoughts on the update? Definitely let me know down in the comments, as I am certainly going to enjoy playing the new content. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more cozy games from me. I will see you in the next one.